Hi everyone, Stacy from Dies to Die For. Welcome to night 15 of the December 25 Dies of Christmas. Tonight I have a really simple card for you. We're only going to use 2 dies in it, our Hope and Holly die and our basic square set. So let's get started with this. First of all, normally I tell you to glue this on your backer piece onto your card base, but tonight I'm not going to have you glue it on there yet because it's easier to stick your ribbons on if you don't. Let me show you how the Hope and Holly die works first before we get started on anything else. Okay, first of all, I'm going to take the Hope and Holly die and cut it out on a green square. And I want to leave the square kind of large. It doesn't matter if it's perfect because it's going to get cut off. Let me put that through my machine over here real quick. And then I will show you the next step, because this Hope and Holly die is a cut-in die, which means that it doesn't have cutting edges all the way around. So that means it's only going to cut into the paper. It's not going to cut a shape out for you. Okay, kind of like this. See how it just cut the shape into the paper? It doesn't cut a perfect circle out. So you could take this if you wanted and cut a circle around there. Or if you have a circle die set, you could put it around there. Tonight, I'm going to take a square though. I'm going to show you how I do this. Take a little bit of purple tape and then I'm going to line the square up where I would like it. Then just put the tape right on the outside so it's not touching the paper on the inside, so you don't have a chance of it tearing when you try to take it off. Okay, then I'm going to run this back through my machine just like that. You know, when I was cutting this out, I also thought it would make a really cool shaker card. Sorry, brand new mat's a little loud. Okay, and then it cuts out your square just like that. And to build what we're going to build, I've already built it for the slimline card, but I also cut one out in white and one out in red. And then I cut the words out in the same plaid color that I used on the background. The hope word across the center, I just laid the paper on the hope word. Okay, I'm going to show you how to layer this, if I can find my little scissors. There are 2 ways that you can layer dies, and I did it differently on each of these cards. On this card I cut layers and stacked them on top of each other. On this card I cut the red berries and the white pieces out and I stacked them on top of the green. Tonight I'm going to show you how to stack them, because for me that's the easiest way. Just depends on what you prefer. Okay, my white piece and my red piece, I just kind of cut around it. It doesn't have to be perfect because this is going to go behind your green. Then I took my green piece, and on the green piece, because it's going to layer white, red, and then green, on the green piece you cut off anything that you want the red to show through and the white. So I'm going to clip these little berries off here. also don't want the string right here, the string of beads being green. I'm going to want those white, and this little star is going to get clipped off. Now if you were layering on top of this, you would just cut those, like the berries, you would cut them off of the red piece and glue them and stick them on here. And an easier way to do that, also, let me show you real quick. Where's my red piece? Oh, who knows what I did with stuff again. I got stuck to the bottom. You would just cut these berries off and put them on there. But what I do sometimes when I want to layer the little pieces on top, I'll put a dab of glue on them. Any piece that I want to stick, I'll put a dab of glue on it and then stick it right on my original and then just trim around it. That way you don't have to try to piece all those little, remember where all those little tiny pieces go. Okay, I'll stop talking now and finish cutting my green. And I did not use any ink on this card tonight. I know. I'm not losing my touch. I just wanted to make a simpler card for you guys. Although I keep looking at it thinking, ooh, I could put gold glitter here, or I could put red glitter here. It's not what I was going for. I was just trying to make something simple. Okay, get all these pieces snipped off. I think this is the thing that takes the longest on the card. And if you wanted to make it even quicker, you don't have to layer the colors. I'm just a big fan of layering die cuts, or you could cut it all in white and color the pieces. Okay, did I get it all? I think so. Round those edges a little bit more. Okay, then after I do the green piece, I'm gonna take the red piece, and anything on here that you want the white to show through, you would clip off. So the only thing I have on here that I want to be white are these two little strands of beads. I think that's what they are, is beads. And this little star, and this star down here. Okay, just a few pieces on that. And then I'm gonna take our glue and I'm gonna start layering with the green piece first. It's easier if you take your glue and you put it on the green piece instead of trying to remember what pieces you want to show through by when you put it, instead of putting it on the red. Let's put it that way. I'm getting all tongue-tied. Okay. Put some glue on the back of the green. And remember that first piece we cut into a circle. You could also cut it with the rectangle die if you wanted to. I just didn't want the headache of trying to line them up, so I usually cut them with a circle. If you wanted to make this die into a shaker card, all you would do is cut the rectangle that we put on the outside, cut that in a different color, whatever color you want behind, and then cut a piece of acetate, put the acetate on here, put some thin foam in between the two squares and fill it with your stuff. It would be an easy shaker card. Actually, maybe I'll try that. It's been a very long time since I've made a shaker box. Okay, now you have all your glue on, and you're gonna layer the red right on top of it. And when I was doing the original cards, there was something really cool. Making a mess. If you just offset it just a little bit so you can see the red behind it, it looks kind of cool. I like it. I'm gonna do that on this one. Okay. Then you're gonna add some more glue just around the edges and some dots in the middle. Okay, this is more than some dots, but I like a lot of glue. And this glue seems to last quite a while. I've been using this for how many cards now? I don't even remember. Plus all my personal cards at home. And I still have half a bottle. I have not refilled it yet. Okay, let's put our white on there. Should I offset the white a little bit too? Yeah, let's do it. We'll see what we get. Looks kind of cool. Then the last thing would be to find my hope word right there. Just having a hard time keeping track of stuff. Oh, on last night's card, that plaid wrapping paper piece that I lost, it was actually stuck to the back of this clipboard. There was a little bit of adhesive and it stuck to it. So I did find it and finish my card. And this was cut out of the same plaid paper. I think I already said that, but is the background. I just cut it out and then trimmed up around the letters. Now, since we have all of those offset a little, I'm going to offset this. Make it look kind of cool. Ooh, I really like that offset. I don't know if you guys can see it, but okay. Now this whole piece is going to get glued down to our gold square. And the gold square I cut with the basic squares. Also just a size bigger than what I cut this. That's a lot of layers. Better put extra glue on it, huh? Did I get glue on everything? Little stars. Okay. Now we're going to line this up in the center. Line center it, whatever. That looks about centered to me. And because there are so many layers, you might have to hold it down a little bit. Well, I'm holding it with one hand. I'm gonna find my other gold square because I already built the one for the slimline card. I just haven't glued it down yet. Figured you only had to watch me building one. Okay, let's get some glue on this one. I just keep grabbing my glue tip. And I probably put way too much glue on it, but remember Grace said in one of the videos, only a dot. I still haven't talked to our art teacher about that. Her old art teacher. Someday I'll see him. Okay. Line this one up also. While I'm holding that, set that piece aside. I'm going to show you, we're going to be using some ribbon on tonight's card, and this is just, again, ribbon that I had in my drawer at home. But I put glue lines on the back of it, if you can see those. That's what I like to hold my ribbon down. It holds it pretty well. So I already put the glue lines on the back of it. And we will, gonna glue this piece down first so I know where to put my ribbons. I do not measure anything, so all of you out there who have to measure this, my videos are probably going to drive you crazy. I just eyeball it. Of course, then it's not going to work for me. There we go. Just kind of put this right in the center. Put this one. Actually, I think the center is going to work out to be right about there, right in those plaid lines. And take your ribbon and just tuck it around. Now that you have your ribbon on, this is going to take a lot of glue. I didn't bring my big adhesive gun. Glue it down to your card, and this card tonight is actually 4 inches wide instead of the normal 3.5 that I use. So this one is 4 by 8.5. I kind of make my own size slim lines because I know most people that do a 4-inch, they usually do by 8. I don't. I do by 8.5. So it's 4 by 8.5. Okay, see how nice and simple that card was? Now let's build our A2 size. And this one I did already adhere the plaid background because I wanted to show you, if you accidentally did that, what it would look like if you just cut the ribbon off at the edges. I know I'm very, very good at missing steps and then trying to go back and fix it. I really like that layered like that, so you can see a little bit of a reveal. I don't know how well you guys can see it on the videos, but looks really cool in person. I guess you're all just gonna have to come and see me in person, huh? And this does have the glue strip behind it, so the edges in theory shouldn't really fray. Hopefully. Might be kind of cool if they did. Okay, there is card number 2, or number 1, your A2 size. Here's what we just did, and here's the originals. You can see, I don't know, can you see a difference between those two? A little bit of a reveal and no reveal. And then also the difference between, hold it up a little bit higher, the difference between the berries being layered on top and all the pieces layered on top or set back behind it. I really like this look better, but it depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes I like this look better. Okay, thank you for joining us for night 15, and we will see you back again tomorrow night for night 16 of 25 Dies of Christmas. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Have a good night.